So I have Mason and Ammon, and we are at the diabetes center. Mason has a pump class today to see if we can do an insulin pump and get him off of the needles in the long-term insulin, short-term insulin, all that good stuff. He's been very, very excited. Ammon's just here because he didn't feel good today and he stayed home from school. To do. You have not done any of your work. So give Daddy a hug. Tell him bye.
So you're coming home with a pump of no insulin?
Yeah. That's as far as we know. We're not 100% sure what's going on. Ammon doesn't want that.
Right? And then this is the syringe that we use to fill. This needle never touches your body either. Okay, so we just use that to fill. I'm gonna press and hold my little home button for 3 seconds. And it's saying, do you wanna activate a pod? So I'm gonna say yes. And then it tells me what to do. And the new remote will be this way too.
Okay.
So it says, fill a new pod with insulin. After filling pod, listen for 2 beeps, then press next. So we're gonna put some insulin, it's water, in there, and then we're gonna listen for 2 beeps, okay? And once again, this needle never touches your body, okay? Everybody's always nervous about this needle.
Yeah.
It doesn't touch you. If it does, we just had an oops.
Since we have a passport, when do you think we might get one?
Pretty quick. It should be pretty fast.
So maybe.
So within the next week or 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you might be one of the quick ones. How about that?
That's great.
You would like to walk out with one today, wouldn't you?
Now
I'm
he's
so
always
sorry.
worried about bubbles. So
Yeah.
do we need to worry a lot about bubbles, or is it just kind of do the job just like you do the pen?
Yes, and if there are little bubbles, once we hit next, it does an internal priming, so it kind of goes through and it gets rid of all of that.
Okay, cool.
And bubbles in insulin, they're not going to hurt you. It just takes the place of insulin, so it can make your blood sugar a little higher.
Okay.
It's not like bubbles in an IV.
Did you hear the beat?
That means it's active. So any basal rates, remember basal's that little trickle? Now it knows what all my basal rates are. How cool is that?
So it connects.
Yeah.
And you keep the needle and the syringe?
Well,
Nope. So you don't reuse it. So every pod comes with a new one. So do you have a sharps container that you put your needles in?
Yes.
yeah.
So just the needle part would go in sharps, and then this can go in your trash. And I have a sharps container back by my desk, so I'm gonna take that. So you hear it?
Yeah.
So it's getting rid of bubbles and making sure everything's good.
Do you get rid like the pod, or do you keep using this?
You use a new one every 2 or 3 days.
So they can go into the trash.
They can, or Omnipod has a recycling program. They'll send you an envelope, you put 50 pods in and send them back.
Okay.
And what they do, there's little watch batteries and things in it, so they take those batteries out and recycle those, and they take all the plastic and shave it down basically and remelt it and reuse it. So it's, those watch batteries, a lot of people don't want to put those in the landfill.
Right.
But if you need to, you can just throw it away.
Oh, did you hear the beat?
So now it's telling us to prepare your site. So where would you like to put it?
We put my desk on here because we knew we were gonna have one.
You wanna
You
try
want
your
to do
arm?
it on your
Yeah.
arm? Now he's always anxious about, Mom, did you get it in the muscle? Did you get it in the muscle? Did you get it in the muscle?
It's not going to go in the muscle. I
So
promise.
is it a big deal? Can you get it in the wrong place is what we're asking. Okay.
No. So it's so short. Your muscle.
Skin tech.
I do. I'm just using alcohol today.
Right.
I'm just going to throw the alcohol pad at Mason. We're going to let this dry. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, this is the little cap for the I call it the cannula hole.
Yeah.
The cannula window, or the straw window. That comes off, and we shouldn't see anything sticking up, right? So that's good. And then I'm going to take the tape off. So it's sticky like Dexcom, but sometimes it needs a little help.
Okay.
Your Dexcom stays on for 10 days. This is only staying on for 2 or 3. Okay, so I just want to make sure it's dry.
Does it matter which end goes up or down? Okay.
No, I'm just doing it this way. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't particularly have a rhyme or reason. on
Okay.
this. If the closer we get it to the elbow, I would flip it around, but yeah, that's
Just
good.
for
Do you want me
being
to pinch up like this? Okay, all right. So I'm gonna hit start. When I do, you're gonna hear 5 clicks and a snap, okay? So I'll count them. And when we start hearing clicks, I need you to take 2 nice deep breaths. Can you take 2 deep breaths with me right now? And then 1 more. Okay, so when we start hearing the clicks, when I start counting, I want you to take deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. What do you think?
It didn't hurt as much as the Dexcom.
Okay.
So less than Dexcom?